So, what? Microphone is on. Okay, so this one might just go on the YouTube channel. Live tape reading. And worship session. So earlier today, I had gotten basically juked out on some seriousness. This is my target starting out the day. We hit that. Let's see if my target for DXY did not get hit yet. Euro did not get hit yet. This was my second target. So go down. 4 hour. Where does the 4 hour look like it's gonna be heading? 4 hour looks like it's gonna be heading down here to the new target and or consolidating. So I think staying in this range of this last previous 4 hour candle. I say that because of the time of day that we're in. Now, my question is, how is your trading glorifying God? If I were, I'm gonna save this. Okay. So how does my trading glorify God? Well, I'm gonna say, first off, I wouldn't have sticked to it if I didn't think it was gonna be, if it wasn't gonna happen for me. Why do I think it's gonna happen for me? Hold on. This verse right here, I'm gonna probably do NIV. For I know the plans that I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. I'm gonna paste this right here. How do I? Let me see. I guess I can't paste it. Anyways, for I know the plans that I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope in the future. So I'm gonna say back in, when was it? Like 2022 or 23? It was back when the Hamas stuff started. Around that time, I was really fearful that I was gonna be drafted, that there was all of these talks of wars, and I was really like mortified at what was happening overseas. And ICT had brought to light for me, just like how biblical all of this stuff was, and I was really ignorant to it. So he had also said, and during that, like, there may become a time when we're not able to trade. So I had a whole lot of anxieties and worries around what that meant for me, as in, is it still worth it for me to pursue this? Is it still worth it? And like, it was a serious thing, because I'm like, if I'm about to get drafted, if I'm about to die, or if I'm about to, be raptured, or if I'm about to, a whole bunch of things. Basically, the world is ending. And how do I continue with this, even though I have a hard time believing that I'm going to survive to see the fruits of my labor? And the one thing that kept me in it is this verse: "For I know the plans that I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future." And when I read that, I can either trust in the world that is trying to get me to be fearful, and that is trying to get me all panicked. And if I'm panicked, I really can't focus on the markets, honestly. So instead, I chose to trust in Christ, trust in his word over what it is that I'm thinking and feeling. So what is price doing right now? So right now, I believe this is the draw on liquidity, right? And because of that, what I would like to see is, and here's my little checklist for how I read price action. Have we met a higher time frame objective? Yes, it was the 1 hour fair value gap fill. That was the higher time frame objective that I seen we hit. 2 are bearish candles, or bullish or bearish candles being respected. Right now, you see bullish candles. It's not coming above this. This fair value gap is being respected. This gap got respected. This candle respected. We come over here and we see this candle right now is being respected over here. In this range, this fair value gap was respected. We came down. This fair value gap was respected. And now, since we swept 5-minute liquidity right here, and some right here too, very slight, but we did. What I believe that means is we're just going to be sweeping liquidity here, here. But overall, I still expect it to be dropping lower. Right now, we're tapping into this 15-minute OB. Okay. We'll watch the candles. So this is sweeping liquidity and tapping into that. So yeah, we want to see a drop, and then we'd want to see this 1 minute fair value gap turning into an inversion fair value gap. So meaning we shoot through this, and then we would retest the bottom of this and shoot lower. So, and if I'm wrong, then this fair value gap would hold and it may go higher. If it does go higher, I think we'll probably tap into the 50% of this. This is the area. Why? Because it is And I could be wrong, but this is how I internalize price. There's a chance that it may come up, sweep liquidity all the way up into here. Yeah, so we want to see something like that. And then, but overall, we'd still want to see it come down. Like, that is just the salient point. I'm going to put target right here. This is our target. Okay. All right, now put that middle line right there. Okay, so now when it comes to what am I even doing on the charts? Why am I on the charts right now? Oops. Right here. This verse. But seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. When I think about why I'm trading, it is because I want to provide for my family. I want to make sure that we are good in a emergency situation and we are protected. But that really isn't entirely my job to stress about those things. Really, God is our provider. Okay. And why ye take thought for raiment? Consider the lilies of the field, how they grow, they toil not, neither do they spin. And yet I say to you, even Solomon in all of his glory was not arrayed like one of these. Wherefore if God so clothed the grass of the field, which is today, day is, and tomorrow is cast into the oven, shall he not much more clothe you, O ye of little faith? Oh wait, where was it? Right here. Behold the fowls of the air, for they sow not, neither do they reap, nor gather into barns, yet your heavenly Father feedeth them. Are ye not much better than they? So when I get into the cycle of I need to make money now, and when I think of the state of the world, the thing that brings me peace is God's word. So it is literally this verse. And right now, it's amazing how my wife doesn't work. It's just me that works. I do DoorDash. I work my moving job. And we're not only able to feed ourselves, surprisingly, but we're also able to still give. Like, we've been blessed enough to be able to give on top of that. And that is only because of the grace of God, not because I'm good at trading, not because, I just make so much boatloads of money at work. is purely because he is our provider. And this really is crucial to my trading, because if I didn't think he was going to provide, then I would not be able to take it as slow as I'm taking. I would not be able to sit here and read each candlestick. I would be out rushing to make money legally or illegally, and over throwing money into an account, over and over losing it. And I may be successful one day doing that, but it wouldn't be worth it. It would just lead me to being more stressful. Right. Next verse. Okay, so I'm pretty sure, like, after this sweep, if I go into Owanda, we could have probably seen 2 10-second entries. Let me see. So we'll just write it out, draw it out. So this right here, oh dang it, that purple line is the first sweep of liquidity. That purple line is the second sweep of liquidity. So after the first sweep, we see that, we see that this fair value gap would have provided an entry, but because of spread, I don't know if you would have hit TP1, but this for sure would have. That is a move. Over here, the second one, we see a sweep, we see a break right here. No entry, no entry, no entry, but we may see a 1 minute entry opportunity, and where I think we would see that is probably, well, I need to stay on Owanda, but again, probably at the bottom of this. We came through 1, we got 2, 3, okay, so with that being said, I think you could probably enter in off of any of these. We are sweeping liquidity, so I would not enter off of this one. I would probably enter off of this one or the higher one. So yeah, I'd say I'd probably enter off of this one. And then if I didn't get that entry, then oh well. But this isn't my model anyway. This is just me predicting price. Yeah. So see if I can biggity bounce. I'm still learning how to do partials and take profit though. But this conversation is just about, oh man. So next verse. Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation by prayer and petition with thanksgiving present your request to God. This verse really helped me out when it really mattered. Like when I was really stressed about how I was gonna make bills, when I am, because I'm not out of this situation yet, still in the same financial situation, when I meditate on that verse, especially while back testing, forward testing, tape reading, and I get the itch to go and try to make money super quick, I've got to realize that it's either because of uncomfortable circumstance, physically or emotionally. And the only way that I can really deal with those is by praying. By praying on them, not really anything else, and petitioning. And what me, my wife, and now my babies do. I got a 2-year-old and a 3-year-old. Now my daughter, she's 3. My most proud moment as a dad was my wife calling me while I was at work. And she was like, "Oh, go Erzy, listen." And I listened. And my daughter was just listing off things she was grateful for, people she was grateful for at the age of 3. She was just going through, grateful for Mama Peggy, grateful for Auntie Mariah, grateful for Moo and Madge. And I was so freaking proud because not every adult knows how to be grateful for something. And it isn't even something that I had to teach my daughter consciously. She hears me and my wife do it so often before we eat, listen off what we're grateful for. And the transformation that I've seen in my wife from doing this is amazing. It is like I haven't seen any type of drug or meditation or therapy class do what we do for free every single time we eat, which is naming off 5 things that we're grateful for. And it's something small, but even when we're with other people, and we name off what we're grateful for and we ask them, you see their attitude change. They're like, "Oh, I don't really have anything to be grateful for right now." And we're just like, "Okay, yeah, just take time to think." And then they think of the small stuff. Like they think, "Oh, I really am grateful that I got my family. I'm really grateful that we got pizza today." Like it's not every day we get free pizza. Or I'm grateful that like we got running water. Like just things like that. And it's really a blessing to be able to just see people be grateful for stuff. Like you feel better too. And praying and petitioning, it's just really, I don't know, it relieves a whole lot of stress and pressure because you think you're stressed about one thing, but really it is something else entirely. Like you're stressed about money, yeah, but why are you stressed about money? And then when you think about the reason that you want the money, oh, it's so I can buy this car. Okay, why do you want to buy a car? And then because I want to get a spouse one day. And, or not even just a spouse, but like some people just want to hook up for the day. And all I'd say to that is like, how do you feel afterwards? Like, do you feel empty or do you feel fulfilled? And me talking to some of the guys, it's like they don't feel fulfilled. I feel like, you can have as much hooking up as you want, but after a while it gets old and you want something more. So like, why not just start out by saying you just want something more? So see a sweep, we see entry get tapped to the T. We see where the partials would have been right there. Let me see. Yeah, would have been a 1-on-1. But spread, you know how that goes. And now that we swept liquidity, we could see us come here, but we also could see us come up to there. Could see us make another fair value gap. Check the higher time frames. 3-minute chilling. 5-minute chilling. Potential boom. Looking at the 5-minute order block. That's like, you know. So we may also see us come through here and tap into this. Yeah, I feel like this is a lot better use for my time. Recently, I've just been scrolling and it just feel empty. Like I don't feel like I'm doing anything. And this, I probably won't rewatch this. But I will put it out just because I couldn't be doing anything better with my time. All right. All right. Next verse. All right. Oh man. Dang. This verse. Endure hardship as discipline. God is treating you as children. For what children are not disciplined by their father? If you are not disciplined and everyone undergoes discipline, then you're not legitimate, true sons and daughters at all. Moreover, we have all had human fathers who disciplined us, and we respected them for it. How much more should we submit to the Father of spirits and live? They disciplined us for a little while, as they thought best, but God disciplines us for our good, in order that we may share in his holiness. No discipline seems pleasant at the time, but painful. Later on, however, it produces a harvest of righteousness and peace for those who train by it. I'm gonna say this is the biggest verse. That verse that I highlighted is the only reason I have any sort of discipline at all. I wouldn't even say I have any discipline. I would say that I don't have discipline. I'd say that I frequently let my flesh just do whatever. As in, I will be scrolling and think to myself, I probably could be doing something productive. And I'm just looking for a distraction. And swipe and forget that I ever even had that thought. Where are we in price? Okay, so where it looks like we are is the 50% of this inversion fair value gap, which it is not the last fair value gap before the sweep of liquidity. This one is. So we still think our target is the same, but that's 5-minute, 15-minute. We are not there. 15-minute, I still think this would be our target. 50% of that. But where are we? We're coming and reaching into this 1-minute fair value gap. We may even come up here. And this may even be created as a fair value gap, but what we want to see is it turn into an inversion fair value gap. Oh, I guess it isn't gonna. It might. I don't know. I don't want to do that, but oh, what is this? This was the 5-minute OB that we had. Saw. Boom. Boom. Alright, so sometimes I'll be trying to get out of the difficult situations that I'm in by taking shortcuts. Those shortcuts look like risking money too soon, working really hard for like a day or so, right? And what I know in my heart is that I can't fool God. He knows how much effort I'm putting forth. He knows that I could be waking up earlier, more consistent. And, oh man. Yeah, he knows I could be more consistent. Right, so this was a sweep. This was like a lower time frame break. Tapped into this 1 hour OB. Shot up, hit in here, rejected. Now, depending on a 10-second or so time frame, or like if we just tapped into this, low key, I'd like to see rejections off of that point if we were gonna reverse from right here, but oh, again, this is a maybe because it was even right there for a couple seconds. So I'm talking about the 50% level. But yeah, be trying to take shortcuts. And if I'm being honest, the one verse that really surprised me, here we go. Oh yeah. Listen to my son. Oh wait. I think it was the more. Dang, where was it? Yeah. Okay. The more, I'll just read it. My son, if you accept my words and store my commands within you, turning your ear to wisdom and applying your heart to understanding. Indeed, if you call out for insight and cry aloud for understanding, and if you look for it as for silver and search for it as for hidden treasure, then you will understand the fear of the Lord and find the knowledge of God. So the more and more I tried to get better at trading from reading the charts, the less I actually understood about the charts. Because my attention was on the charts when the charts was directing me toward the same thing. And I was looking for the charts to be kind of my escape from everything. Like, if I can do this, I don't need to do anything else, right? But that wasn't the case. And then I was like, trying to watch every ICT video, trying to listen to every personal development podcast. And it was obvious that everything that the wisest people were saying, the ones that were genuinely not trying to scam me, they were all pointing to Jesus. They were all pointing to your relationship with God being the most influential factor for your success. And right now I'm in the transitioning period from me viewing for how I view success. Like, I still think it looks like stuff, but I know it looks more like you're a disciple. And with it, I still don't got a clear picture of it. I'm still learning. But what I do know is, even without trading, I've already got my reward. Like, it's already done and over with. But right now I want to use my trading and understanding of the charts to bring people closer to God. Like, this is literally just a tool, and it's not gonna save me. It's not gonna save anybody else. They may think it will, but I don't think it will. Man, come on. Alright, so it looked like we might have hit a higher time frame target that I'm not seeing. Oh yeah, it was just the 5 minute 50% of this inversion fair value gap. That's all we hit, and started rejecting. Tapping into that there. Maybe it's something even higher that I'm not seeing. 4 hour maybe. Looking at this wick. No. Nope, maybe it's the time of day. Alright. Oh. 50% of this for order block. Sweeping a whole bunch of liquidity. 5 minute order block. Tapped into. Let's just watch. Because even though we had this gigantic move. Oh, 139, okay. Okay, so it looked like this is when this move started. 130. Still, I'm not fully aware of the time aspect. But if we are bearish, we want to see this flip to an inversion. If we're bullish, we want to see it tap into it and then move higher. If we're bullish from this point. But we are sweeping 1 minute liquidity. Is the higher time frame still bearish? 15 minute. I would say, yeah, we haven't tapped into this yet. We haven't tapped into anything for real on a 15 minute. So I say on a 15 minute, yeah, I say on a 15 minute, I'm still bearish. 1 hour. Tapped in. We swept liquidity internally. I say on the 1 hour, we are in this range and we could just be consolidating. So just watch. Tap in. Tap, bring it back in. Alright, so we anticipate a rejection, a reaction off of 50% of that, or one of the quarters. So you expect it to bounce up a little bit, but I don't know if it would be, I don't know how much it would be, but I expect it to get some sort of reaction, maybe even off of this candle, but 50% of the order block, swept liquidity, little boom, and then what I really want to study in the future is with these types of moves, are we likely to come back up to this fair value gap, or are we not? Because I think this is just a manipulation move. What happened? We're tapping into it. So if we're bearish, we want to see this hold. This bearish fair value gap. We want to see this hold and not come above these two up close candles. We want to see this hold. And we are still in this range, so we want to see this range be broken, so let's come below here from that and then maybe tap into that. With this, we reacted, broke it, came back, tapped into the 50% of that and this candle and shot down. This cat is ridiculous.
What cat?
The black one. I opened the door and she ran right in. Wife.
Yes, my love.
I'm sorry. I'm recording my first video I'm gonna post. And
We're gonna be millionaires before you know it.
I don't know if I'm gonna make any money off of this.
It's the first step to everything. If you stop my production right now, though, I will bite your ear off.
Let's just get out.
Can you go do the litter?
Yeah. Okay, that's it for this video.
I did not know you were recording like that.
Yeah, 'cause I mean,
I didn't realize it was like a live thing. I thought you were telling me like after it was recorded. Yay! You stink.